This though, I mean, like panoramics. I mean, like with the last game that we saw. I mean, like, what did you think?
Oh, it was a good game to watch, although kind of felt one-sided. Cats were really on top of things and didn't really give a chance.
Yep, and speaking about that, we just found out that the match has started, so I'm going to change.
It is loading now. We're on that screen. We're loading. We're just waiting to get in there. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, take us through the FFV lineup then, if you want to, Revan.
Oh, actually, panoramics, you're up.
Hey, let's do panoramics. Let's go.
Okay, what side do you want me to read out?
Go FFV. Okay, no Bravo team.
Side FFV brings the Ohio, St. Vincent, Salem, Stalingrad, Marceau, Habarovsk, Delny, Yuyang, and a Ragnar. So we know they have at least 3 radars, and I would say the Yuyang would be the 4th radar.
Mm-hmm.
That does seem like to be a very likely scenario here.
Ian, go ahead and tell us the lineup for STCN, if you would, please.
Okay. Well, once we can. Okay, Montana, Conqueror, Stalingrad, Marcel, Napoli. There's that beautiful Shimakaze again. Grozovoy, the Z42, and a Yiyang. So 4 DDs on each side. So all I can say, it's going to be Torp City.
Oh, absolutely. And I do love this camo this Shimakaze's got on. It is a good looking camo, I'll say. Even if it's quite fluid and everything, I do like the look of that camo. But there's a few ships in this lineup that actually do surprise me. Now, Grozovoy. That's not a ship I would have thought really to be bringing for this kind of scenario.
Well, it's actually thought about the Carbros as well too, so that'll be interesting to watch.
The Grozovoy is a good gunboat.
Yes.
I honestly can't say a lot about it because I don't have it in my port. But I do know I've been destroyed by it quite a few times. So,
Grozovoy is a decent ship, and I think what's helped it, especially recently, is fairly recently it got a torpedo buff. It got its torpedo range increased from 10 kilometers to 12 kilometers.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
This is huge.
Which is a massive difference with how that ship actually handles now. So all of a sudden, instead of having to get within effectively suicide range because you're getting within most radars to launch your torps, you can more comfortably do it from just the edge of a lot of those radars, if not outside of radar range, which is a very, very big difference in the way the ship handles. And obviously, of course, one of the special things about Grozovoy is it's got a bucket load of consumables on hand for whatever scenario. May not get the most amount of them, but it's got a lot of them.
At the moment, I'm seeing a bit of a big V pushing towards Charlie right now, and they're splitting up with the Yuyang going towards A Alpha Cap and having a couple ships going towards Delta. But this is interesting how they've done it. STCN is definitely not mucking around, but the Ragnar for FFV have positioned themselves beautifully with the radar up and running.
Well, here we go. Radar from the Ragnar. Here's spotted the Z42. Grozovoy is opening up on the Ragnar. So is the Conqueror. How much damage is this Ragnar going to eat?
A fair bit, I reckon.
That was a pretty poor salvo from the Conqueror. The Ragnar did manage to dodge that one well. However, he has already lost, say, around 7,000 to 8,000 hit points, which is not an ideal start. Oh, Stalingrad got spotted. Shells coming in from the friendly Stalingrad on STCN. Decent amount of damage there. He's already been chunked down like 16,000 hit points. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Yuyang's got torps out against this Montana here, fellas, against STCN. That's not looking good for this Montana. He may dodge them. Looks like he's slowing down in an effort to try and dodge whatever preemptive torpedoes. It is radar Yuyang, so the Shimakaze's got to be careful of that.
Those torps are looking pretty good, at least for
he's
one.
He's going to wear one, maybe.
Oh! Just dodges it. But the question now is, does he dodge the second sets? Oh, hang on. That Stalingrad peaked out just a fraction, and Montana's got shells in the air. Coming in. Oh, not really a fantastic salvo there, unfortunately for him.
No.
And I think this Montana's going to be more than safe there to dodge all of those torpedoes.
He might have overextended his turn though.
Nah, he's
No,
fine.
fine.
He'll be fine.
All right.
I honestly think that Montana's got the upgraded steering module.
The Ragnar's actually getting smashed.
He's getting absolutely hammered here in center. He's stuck around far too long, and there's 4 ships that have just been piling onto him. Not ideal.
It looked like he was beat for a moment there.
Yeah. And unfortunately for him, he's had to really back off in order to just stay alive and stay in this kind of a fight.
And
So what that's going to mean... Yeah, you go.
He's not in a very good position. He's getting close to that island, so if he's not careful, he could run aground and get absolutely pulverized.
Well, STCN's done a great job with the radar in position and has given way against the Delny. The Napoli is kiting and moving away. Fair enough. But it's actually interesting that most of the action is being focused towards Charlie and Delta Cap.
So this... Yeah, just talking about that Napoli and Yu Yang, they've actually managed to do a pretty good job and actually dealt decent amount of damage into that Delny. Now, overall, the team engagement, we have got 2 caps for each team. However, well, FFV here has actually done a pretty good job, and they've actually managed to get the caps earlier. So they've got the cap advantage at the moment in terms of points gain. That's not a huge amount at the moment. It's only about 40 points. However, that could be a deciding factor much later in the game. We just got to wait and find out. Yeah. At the moment, though, we just got to try and... Both teams are just looking to try and find easy picks where they possibly can. For STCN, there might be something over here on the Bravo flank where we've got this Salem with this Delny. This Yu Yang has launched an entire spread of torpedoes here against the Salem. I'm going to be very, very worried if I was the Salem here.
Well, that Salem's going to run aground and he's going to wear torps.
He's going to eat a couple of those torps, absolutely. So there's one massive torpedo. I think he's going to go down here. These 2 torpedoes might finish him.
Ooh.
Yeah. These torps will hit him, so the Salem's as good as dead now.
And there goes the Salem.
Here goes the Salem. Fantastic kill from the STCN Yu Yang there. Brilliant kill. Now that they have an opening on this flank here, if the Napoli regroups with this Yu Yang, they can start to push this Delny. And if this Conqueror works himself smart, he can actually start pushing him into his position such as an E4, where he can start providing a lot of serious hurt against this Ohio. So there's an opening here for STCN to really capitalize on and really force FFV into a pretty nasty crossfire. Speaking of which, Grozovoy manages to torpedo the Ragnar.
I missed that.
Yeah, just missed that in the center, but fantastic kill by the Grozovoy managing to catch the torpedoes into him.
Well done.
That's actually big. Even more of an opening exploded because all of a sudden you don't have a radar to come across on that flank.
Yeah.
And the Grozovoy in the center is already moving in to try and take Bravo.
Yes.
STCN has got a fantastic opening here. I think there's a real good chance they're going to win this one.
These torps are probably going to hit those Stalingrad. Looks like maybe 2 or 1.
Just the 1. So the Stalingrad's going to be able to weather that for a bit. However, this enemy Stalingrad over here, FFV Stalingrad, yeah, that's not very good. He's just getting absolutely focused from 3 different directions. Not great. Now I'm curious, how long until this Grozovoy gets his torpedoes back up again? Because he's going to want to launch them against Ohio.
3 salvos or torps towards the St. Vincent. Now, is he going to cop them all? Is the question.
That's an excellent question. Let's see.
He's going to wear 3 from the first salvo, 2 salvos?
2 from the first salvo, which is pretty brutal in and of itself. Now, is he going to eat any more from this next one? Probably
not.
No, yeah, he's just managed to sneak through that gap. But he has had to use a damage control there.
But there's a lot of HE spam going on the St. Vincent. Now, the St. Vincent, in the way he's going right now, he's... Montana! Oh! Montana is...
Oh.
Wow, you're very
said no.
Very lucky.
Good lord. I just missed that.
That was so lucky, man.
Wow.
But
this St. Vincent, I think this is probably where the next kill is going to happen.
Delny's about to
Well,
go
actually,
down.
no. Delny on the other flank. Delny on
Delny.
Bravo flank is about to go down.
Right.
This Yang versus Delny, this is a very, very close fight. They might actually trade here if this Delny plays well enough. Ooh, he does go down, but there's a double
Yeah.
fire on this Yu Yang. I think this Yu Yang's dead.
Yep, and I would say
Yeah,
confirmed.
he's burning out.
Yeah.
He does get the trade there. Okay, so not ideal for FFV, but it keeps him in for a little bit longer. Now, this Ohio is getting absolutely smashed here, which is not great. And the St. Vincent on the other flank, he's down to like 7,700 hit points. Not ideal whatsoever.
The Ohio is actually crying away and running away, and he's got no choice for that matter. With that being said, though, I'm looking at over in the other side of Decap, and the Shimakaze and the Masalay and the Montana are hammering this poor St. Vincent down the shreds. But this Cabros is pretty much game to go up head to head with Montana. That's for sure.
Well, this Z42, he's waiting for that Kaba. He's waiting for it.
Then again, he could fire his torps, but the hydroacoustics just kicked in. Oh,
So Vinny managed to get his heal back up.
Yeah, Stalingrad's getting out there.
I'm curious, is this St. Vinny going to eat any of these torpedoes now? There's a good chance he might actually eat one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to dodge it. Okay, so the St. Vinny still managed to keep himself in the game for a bit longer, which is pretty damn good going. Now, the Ohio, though, he's actually done a pretty good job. He's actually managed to get himself down to the southern island here, and he's going to duck himself around it. However, that's not good for their team because they're down 3 ships compared to only 1.
There's 2 things wrong about this. It's like the Ohio being out of position. He's got no support
he's just popped a massive
whatsoever
salvo
at
there.
long range.
He's going to burn out. I think he dies here. He doesn't have damage control. He doesn't have heal. That's it for this Ohio. He's going to go down.
Yeah. And Ohio's confirmed down.
Good lord. And yeah, that just puts STCN in such a fantastic position to win this one. Really.
It's going to be all over in 45 seconds, 50 seconds.
100%. What's this Carver going to do? Carver going to try and gun down a Z42? Oh, I'd be very nervous about that kind of engagement. Especially with how powerful this Z42 can be. I wouldn't really be taking that. Yep, that's a massive salvo from the AP there against the armored belt.
That hurt.
That hurt significantly.
That Stalingrad is hurting as well too.
What other options do they
Marseille
have?
just caught a
Marseille as
massive
well.
salvo from the Monty there in the center. I think this is it. That's going to be GG for STCN. They're going to win this one. Nice and
STCN
easy.
have done a great job. They actually remain calm, they were focused, and at the same time, they actually position themselves very well in this match. And all these torps are going towards the Napoli.
These corps.
Nah, not enough.
Oh,
Not
no.
enough.
I heard it.
10 seconds, and I think, well, this Stalingrad might even go down before anything else
Stalingrad will
happens.
probably go down in a way.
Never mind, Marseille got a fantastic finishing salvo into the same Vinny in the corner there, so
Well done
awesome
to
stuff.
STCN. Fantastic. Great job, guys. Great job.
That really was a fantastic game for them, so well done to them for that.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
It just goes to